I was recently sitting at my computer, just scrolling Amazon like the old days, just seeing what kind of tech is out there and what I might have missed. And I stumbled across this Royal Kludge R65 keyboard. And it really shocked me with the aesthetics and the specs and the price it's coming in at of $65. Well, that's before you actually apply a $15 coupon. And right now there's another 10% off coupon. There's no way a keyboard this good is only $45 these days. Well, in your box, you can get detachable USB A to C cable, 4 extra switches, an extra end key, a keycap and switch puller, and then a guitar pick, and of course your keyboard. Let's take a look at the board first. Again, the aesthetics are absolutely gorgeous. Now there's other colorways, but this is the only colorway I could find on Amazon, which I really like. It just gives me that outdoorsy camping type vibe. See, you got these PBT double shot keycaps, the SA or the MDA profile. I forget which profile they are, but again, they got that slight curvature to them. Really, really nice, thick, solid keycaps. You got your volume knob up there, up and down, and then mute to press down. Flipping it over, you have 2 levels of pop-out feet, and then you have those rubber feet around the edge of the board. And right underneath them, incredibly clean and solid double-shot PBT keycaps, this board is also hot swap. It's 5-pin hot swap with 5-pin switches. And as you see with that 5-pin PCB, what you're looking at is not really the PCB down there, but you're seeing another layer of foam. So you have multiple layers within this board, but right from switch to PCB, you have some foam. So it's kind of like that tape mod. It just eliminates any sort of pinging, ringing, or radiation. We'll get a listen to it here in a second. And going even further with the acoustics of this board, you can see there's spacebar dampener foam in between those gaps right up there. But this board is also gasket mounted with each switch having the slots right around it there. So this is a truly flexy board. So if you ever wanted to try out that gasket mount style, this does it. Now, with how much flex there is with this board, I wouldn't recommend it for high competitive or FPS type gameplay because it's going to add more travel within your switch and your press there. You might want something with adjustable switches or rapid trigger or something. This one, again, you can use it for casual gaming, but when you get into more competitive, again, it's going to give you more travel, and then that flex is going to play into that delay. All right, so before I go any further, let me go on and give you that sound test. Now, these are using the Royal Kludge cream switches. Very smooth, 45 grams of force, 3.4 millimeters of total travel, and 2 millimeters of actuation. My gosh, it sounds amazing and it feels just as good. We're all probably thinking this is too good to be true. This is probably some hunk of junk, cheap plastic built keyboard. And yes, as you have seen throughout the keyboard, it is entirely plastic. The only bits of metal are this little plate on the bottom and then your volume wheel. But whenever we slap it on a scale, it does have some substantial weight to it, coming in at 640 grams. So it doesn't feel like a lightweight piece of junk, but as you've seen, yes, it is incredibly flexy. I'm not really putting much muscle into this, but again, you're not going to be using your keyboard like this anyways, but you do get that initial flex all the way across it being gasket mount and then just being plastic. But again, you don't notice that during use or even casual gameplay. The only place you do notice that flex is if you're playing something a little more competitive, a little bit more high paced, and a little bit more aggressive. Casual use or just typing? Gosh, it's a dream. I almost forgot to show you the RGB on this keyboard. That's because aesthetically pleasing and themed keyboards like this, I just prefer no RGB. I want to see that aesthetic there. But you do have it. Again, double shot PBT, so it's not going to shine through. You really get that underlay of shine. And I'm showing you the manual here. Well, I need it myself as well. Shows you all the shortcuts because there are no shortcuts typed on the keyboard. But again, you can just simply change everything right on the keyboard here as far as different RGB effects. cycling through as far as your brightness, up and down. And then again, you got multiple effects or just a basic solid color. And then also in the manual, since this is a 65% layout, you see you have all your shortcuts for your F keys, all your other shortcuts over here. And then the thing I really love about it is being able to switch it over to Mac mode. As you see, function S, and then you can switch all the keys over to, again, work on a Mac, which is something I love. And I wish every single keyboard did that because, again, me using a Windows PC for gaming and then Mac products for work, it's just something I need. So the only question left to ask here is, what is this keyboard not doing? There'll probably be someone out there saying, well, if it had adjustable switches or rapid trigger like my Wooting, I guarantee you, 90% of the people out there with the Wooting are gonna get wrecked by kids on this keyboard.